Let's do it. One, two, three. Oh, you still want to fight?
Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. But first, the myth. There's no doubt that this fighter is a slugger. And up against him in this one, Jaime Munguia. And they will enjoy a power advantage. So here we go. This one's scheduled in the middleweight division.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Here we have the myth from the United States of America. And they hold the SCI national title. Coming off a very close, controversial win. Let's see if they can be more definitive in this one. Introducing first, it's Jaime Munguia from Mexico. The last time they were in action, they scored that dramatic TKO victory. Let's see how they do in this one.
They have waited with this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the gray trunks with light red trim. Here is the current national middleweight champion, The Myth. Fighting out of the blue corner from Mexico, Jaime Munguia.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Todd, when you've got fights in there that really believe they're going to win, that's when the action happens.
So a capacity. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. That jab misses. Body shots aren't flashy, but sometimes they're more damaging, especially for the later rounds. Got him with a left hook. This fighter does everything behind the jab. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. He misses with that straight left. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? They exchange punches. And he scores with the counter. Carrying away the right hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell for round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. punches have to hurt. Off-the-charts action from both of these fighters. A perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there is no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Beautiful counter shot. There's a counter shot. Misses with the straight left. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. How about that time counter shot? Neither fighter willing to slow down. Missing with that jab. Catch and shoot. Seemed like eternity. On to the fourth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Like this is like Rocky versus Apollo. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Do you believe what we are seeing? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. This fight has a real good flow to it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punching. No rest for the weary. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Nice counter shot. Forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't find a home for that jab. Jab won't score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
There's the bell to start round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Failing to score with that right hook. I guess showboating is part of their plan. Good counter punch. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. These fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. Just missed with that jab. hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. And Jaime Munguia just got rocked. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Punch and just got countered. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? The jab doesn't quite connect. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Well done with that counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Catch and shoot. There's a counter shot. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. They exchange punches. And this is not the way Munguia. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
That's when you talk about championship material.
There's the bell to start round 9. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Big hook doesn't land. The straight right just misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. The courage on display here is incredible. A perfect counter shot. They exchange punches. A perfect counter lands. Start respecting each other's punching power. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Heard the old phrase. There's the bell for round 10. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punch. A perfect counter shot. Missing with the left uppercut. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. A straight right just misses. Oh, Munguia made a mistake, and now he's paying the price. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back. steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back in.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The three judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
What?